You know what I haven't done? This is what I always mess up. Right. Give me a second, everyone.
I feel like I went from a trial.
Here's 20 minutes more.
Ish. Welcome to 20 Minutes More Ish with me, your host, the wonderful Simon Hall. I'm joined once again by Griff. We've got Ben Harrington, and we've got the wonderful Heather Elizabeth. We're post-show. How do we feel the show went, guys?
Well, for me, I mean, I had an experience that I've never had before. And I know that's a perennial excuse that many men have. Never happened to me before, but it's true. So I apologise for. I started off well, disappeared, and came up badly.
But you cut out too early.
Yeah.
It's a problem as it gets to your age, though. It's a problem as it gets
age
to your
and lack of excitement.
Excellent. So, Griff, how did you get on, Griff? How did you enjoy it?
Considering I was 42 years of age and like it was a bit of a technical thing for this, like not for most people, it'd like be a 24-hour thing. This just took me 7 days to actually get the confidence to come on here and do this and make sure I didn't have to phone Simon and say, I can't do it. So I think I did well.
Man,
I'm proud of my performance.
I thought it was
crunching.
Tidy little show.
Rewrite of the Craig David song, 7 days.
Yeah.
On a Monday, got the StreamYard link on Tuesday.
Yeah. Heather, do you enjoy it?
That's good.
Yeah,
I like that one. That's a good top of that.
It was good it was good to see everyone. I don't mind being on camera so much because I'm on it all the time for school. I'm in my final year of university.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. I'm on Zoom. We're at Zoom University right now.
Like you might as well have just done an open university course, right? Like,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Okay.
So at least you got first year out of it.
Yeah, no, I got a bunch of cool stuff. I got a first year because I did first year, second year abroad, and now I'm back. So I was very, very fortunate.
Yeah. So you got all the important drinking done. That's
100%. Yeah. Awesome. All the touching, all the close proximity I could ever want. Boom, done.
So
she's ruthless.
So if you were watching the show last week, we unfortunately ran a little bit short of time and we ended up overrunning. I think I tried to cram a bit too much into the program, but there you go. You live and you learn. It's only episode 5. So we end up running out of time to do our jokes on America. Did anyone have any America jokes that they wanted to tell?
The one-liners.
Yeah, one-liners.
We were talking about America's COVID approach and the lack of testing on my family WhatsApp group this week. And my mother-in-law said, well, apparently the Chinese have started doing anal swabs. And I said that's a good substitute for sweet and sour pork. Now, I don't know. That's a non-politically correct joke. I know that. Sometimes the situation gives you, so.
Excellent. We got one in from Dan Lyde on Facebook. He said, America versus England. A Navy SEAL and a Royal Marine finish peeing at a urinal together. Then the Marine starts to leave without washing his hands. The Navy SEAL says, in America, they teach us to wash our hands. The Royal Marine replies, in England, they teach us not to piss on our fingers.
That's good.
I've heard that one before. I like that joke.
I have a one-liner. Well, I don't know.
Go on, sorry.
My parents treat my sexuality the same way Al Gore treats climate change, as an inconvenient truth.
Excellent.
Well, it's not really about America. It's about an American rapper. I don't know if you've seen him with the geezer that paid 24 million and put a pink diamond in his head.
Yeah.
What is this about, mate? Is he trying to audition for the next Vision in like the new Marvel movie coming out or something? Like, because I don't know how that's supposed to work, mate. Wow.
I can see them like selling it on like Gems TV. Like this is a cubic zirconia, like the little Uzi collection. Perfect.
Excellent.
And the thing is, like, you were sure. Oh God.
No, go on.
Surely, like, it's how do you insure something like that? Because when they come to rob that, because somebody's going to come to rob that.
Yeah.
They're not standing. They're not wasting time picking out your head, bro.
Yeah.
That's a straight decapitation, mate. Highlander all over again.
They could just mug him. They'd hold him down, and then they just extract the gem from your forehead. Lil Uzi's called Lil Uzi for a reason. He wouldn't take a lot to overpower him. So he's making himself a target. No, he's little, small.
I find these guys with their names are like so unbelievably ridiculous.
I like it. I think own it, man. If you're gonna be a rapper, be a rapper. Like be over the top.
Well, yeah, I'd be over the top, but like I don't know, like what was wrong with Stephen as a name?
What's your rap name be?
What would my rap name be? My rap name would be something very sensible, like like this is essentially poetry, you heathens. Excellent. Well, I think we've lost Ben again. If we get him back, we'll try to get him back into the stream. But basically, I've got another little game for us. Oh, here we go. Ben, are you here? We'll see what happens with Ben. But I'm gonna while we were seeing what happens with Ben, I'm gonna introduce a new little game that I've got for us to play. Okay. Now we here at the 27-minute comedy hour absolutely love a good alternative fact. Yeah, especially when you go and post them in your comments because they make great ones for us to play games with. But what about alternative opinions? Well, that's the challenge I'm going to set to my comedians today. I've taken a headline from an opinion piece that I've sent to my comedians. What I've done is I've removed the some of the words from the headline, and they're just going to have to suggest to us what words could be filled in there. So we've got, I thought blank would make me feel better. It didn't.
I thought casual sex would make me feel better.
Oh shit!
I thought maybe the vaccine. I thought the vaccine would make me feel better. It didn't.
I got told one today, but I'm stealing it because it was quite funny. So I would say I thought having a wank would make me feel better, but I've been doing it for the last fucking 12 months now, and I feel like shit. So I'm feeling inadequate. Do you know what I mean?
I thought it could be. I thought beating up a random black man would make me feel better. It didn't. The bizarre logic of Liam Neeson.
I thought.
Does anyone know what this was in aid of?
Is it anything to do with? I've got one right already, so I'll give somebody a chance. Do you want to have a go, Heather? Because I'll just keep stealing answers.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure what the headline could be about. Maybe something to do with America.
I mean, all news has got to be about America at the moment, right?
Well, yeah, I know. There's just so much going on there.
It is pretty mad. No, this was our headline this week. It was, I thought buying things would make me feel better. It didn't. The rise of emotional spending. Many of us are living for the buzz of the doorbell, spending billions we can't afford on stuff we don't need. Here is how to recognize the problem and regain control. This is a story of from The Guardian about Ciaran Cale's obsession with shopping online during the pandemic, buying all sorts of random crap that she didn't need, knowing which van would be which from the sound of the engine as they pulled up the driveway. I was going to ask my comics this week. Well, have you got any terrible spending stories or habits?
I only have great spending stories and habits. I've good taste. I want the finer things in life.
Did you prove that?
Yeah,
my
come on then,
COVID
prove it. Let's see.
Okay.
What have you bought during
Oh,
lockdown?
okay.
Yeah.
So we got this little mood lamp, little thingamabooble from
Okay.
thank you, Chinese eBay. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Oh, and I love seeing like I was visiting my friend in Dover and I saw the cargo ships and I was like, that's what my wish packages are. Like I got this. It's an orthopedic back pillow, but it's shaped like a heart. So it's like when you have back pain, but like you're cute. So that's me. So I'm very happy. So, those were
This
two great
one's just not
purchases I
answered.
made.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, to be fair, okay, I think there's some legitimate things there. Like,
Yeah.
Griff, you got any terrible spending habits or stories?
I can't stop baking, bro.
Okay.
I'm like constantly. Yeah, that's right. I can cook. Yeah, I'm a chef too.
What's your best bake? What's your best bake?
At the minute, I'm on bread, so I'm doing focaccia and ciabatta.
Oh, nice. Ooh,
So
nice.
I'm like that.
What's your best cake? What do you do for cake? Come on, you got to do me desserts.
Yeah.
What are my desserts? What are my
I
desserts?
don't really,
Griff? You know I've got a
bake.
sweet
I
tooth.
make
Oh,
really
you don't
nice
bake
scones.
cakes. Okay.
I do really nice scones.
scone,
But
I'll take a
it's all about the cheesecake, mate. It's all about the cheesecake.
Oh, okay.
Have you done a baked cheesecake?
I refuse to do them. I don't like them.
I like that. You don't have the classics, you know. Just.
Yeah, no, I could do it. Are you issuing the challenge now, Heather? Yeah, because I don't.
Yeah, if you want to do a baked cheesecake, I think do it. I think go for it. Life's all about risk.
Oh man, let's get a little 27 because I love a bit of baking. Let's get a little 27-minute comedy hour bake-off going on.
I'm down.
Yeah, okay, I'm down for that. Yeah, I'm down for that. Heather's issuing out challenges and that. She's getting out there, getting that mouthy and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Heather's gonna get on Chinese eBay and buy some like crazy cookie cutters and shit. Like
yeah,
we're gonna have like
yeah.
I want to brag.
I'm down for that. We could do a little 27-minute bake-off thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we could do that.
We've got 27 minutes to try and bake something.
You could do something for 27 minutes. A scone.
Yeah.
You could do a cake in the microwave.
We could do that. Yeah. That could be
I
fun.
have an air fryer and I want to cook sweet things in it. I really want to experiment with cooking like cookies in the air fryer. So we'll have to see. I think that might be my crazy
you could do cookies.
Yeah, cookies in the air fryer.
Surely you could do like donuts and things in there.
Yeah,
or, like
exactly.
Churros.
Churros. Yeah, I've looked into that, and you can
oh man, that would be good.
God, I love my air fryer.
Are you trying to give her ideas? So like, I'm going to lose automatically because like
I'm going to be baking off with you guys. I'm going to whoop your asses. I'm going to whoop your asses with some nice, tasty vegan recipes. That's what I'm going to do. Here we go. Nature boys coming in. Yeah. Nature boys coming in here with his vegan sugar-free cakes.
I was vegan for 2 years, so I get it. How
long have you been vegan for, Simon?
Was it 2015? I finished uni. So 2015. I finished 2016. 4 or 5 years.
4 years.
Nearly 5 years. It'll be 5
years.
Congratulations.
You're a legit vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking like vegan tattoo and everything, bro.
Exactly, nice.
Heather's an experiment. Heather's an experimenter.
No, I was never an experimenter. I was proper in it. Like it's
2 years. That's an experiment.
No, I was proper. But when I was in it, I was in it. Like
I was in it hard, man. I was in it hard.
Yeah, you have to
change me, man.
I was just
that's how you have to be.
I was watching so many YouTube White Eating a Day vegan edition. Like I was just in the trenches. I ate so much nutritional yeast.
So you were like an undercover fed then, really? So
just getting PTSD of going to Holland and Barrett every weekend. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Griff.
Yeah.
I think you're being unfair to Heather. You know, it's just clearly one day she just woke up and she just didn't have any morals anymore. Like
Yeah,
they've just gone out the window. She'd just be like,
No,
overnight, I'm suddenly okay with
no,
animals
I'm not
dying.
going to debate you on this. I'm not going to debate you on this. But basically, I realized that my happiness was more important than
That's legit. That's legit.
I basically was like, yeah, whatever. My friend was just like, it's making you unhappy. Like, whatever. Like, I just found you can do veganism when you're broke, but it's just challenging.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, so, like, oh yeah, like, oh whatever. Like, so I might come back to it maybe, but I was like, at that point in my life, veganism was
because I started like eating less meat at uni because it was cheaper though. Like I found like it's cutting a big cost out of my diet. Because like one thing I've never bought like the cheapo. Like one of the things I like about being vegan is like near me there's like a farm shop which is obviously a big help because I just go in there and it's all fresh vegetables that like have either been grown there or been like delivered from a farm like not very far away to that place. And so it's all this like beautiful fresh veg. And I literally do like a week's worth of like veg shopping in there for like 6-7 quid because like everything's massive. And so like for me it works because one, I can cook something that can stay in the fridge for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Like and also like because I found like I'm not going to go and buy the cheap meats. Like that was one of my things when I was a meat eater. I wouldn't go and buy the cheap meats. It would always have to be like I'd always go and buy the most expensive steak in the supermarket. And like even at uni, I'd start off at uni. I'd just be like, oh look, what are the most expensive sausages here? Oh, they've got diamonds in. I'll have 20.
Go wild with that student loan, I guess. Other people buy drugs and stuff like that, but nah.
No. Fancy meats, man. Fancy meats.
Sausages,
Yeah.
the nice one. I don't know. I just found that I just had a really tough time. I just had it made me dislike other people a lot as well. It made me dislike other people a lot. Like maybe less empathetic. Like
I think you've got to be able to let it go. Like I think you've got to be able to let go a lot. Like one thing is like I totally get why some vegans are really pissed off, especially people who've been vegan for a really long time. Because I'd be fucking jaded if I'd been put up with that treatment all the time. But like, because a part of me goes like, well, you used to say things like that, like a long time ago, like before your journey into this world, like you used to say things like that. And also like you're never going to change anyone by changing anyone's mind by shouting at them. I think it's like one of the things people don't really understand about debate anymore. It's like you need to talk to someone calmly and like actually have a conversation with them. And I think a lot of vegans do fail to do that. Like they get too emotional about it, and it's like, no, this person isn't on your wavelength to begin with. Yeah, so arguing from an emotional standpoint from your point of view isn't going to work because they're not on that same level with you. Like whereas if you try and speak to like if you try and get them to a point where they can understand it from your point of view, like calmly, then you've got more of a chance of getting through to people. And like just lead by example, innit?
I don't want to brag or anything, but I was in so deep. I shook hands with Earthling Ed. I went to. He spoke at my friend's university in London.
He's a person.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's like. I don't know. He's like. He's not the Joe Rogan of the vegan world. He's like, I don't know. No, he's the Ben Shapiro. He's the Ben Shapiro of the vegan world. He destroys people with facts and logic. So he's like a vegan. No, he's a very eloquently well-spoken vegan spokesperson, and he has a really cool restaurant in London. It's delicious. But he's like an icon within the vegan community.
Nice.
So you said you can actually cook then, have you? Yeah.
I can cook. That was a good thing. Basically, being veganism basically forced me to cook, and I got into meal prepping and stuff like that. It made me like. And also, it means that veganism, you lose a lot of foods, but then you gain foods because you start eating shit that you would have never eaten before. You're ordering like TVP on eBay at like 3:00 in the morning, and you're like, I'm going to soak this and it's going to be delicious. Like textured vegetable protein. Like, you're buying this weird stuff. Do you ever Do you ever buy the dried beans to be cheap, and then you soak them, and then you forget about them, and then you end up with moldy, musty beans in your fridge?
No, no, because we're going to use that shit.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, Griff doesn't let any food hang around. Like Griff, like once those beans were like just soft enough to be like biteable, then Griff would be in there fucking eating them.
They're getting cooked, bro. So I mean, we don't waste shit. I mean, I'm working class. We ain't got money to waste, bro. We can't afford sausages with apples in on a regular basis, mate. Fuck that.
No.
I'm all for the old Richmond, mate.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Well, that was it. That was one of the things that drove me to move towards like a more like a vegetarian diet, because like you're getting better nutrients like more often. Like
fake meat is so expensive though. I was like, why did I eat so many beans? Why have I eaten every single bean that you can eat? And it's because fake meat is a good.
It's a lot.
Protein,
how long?
When
did you stop being vegan?
I stopped being vegan about a year ago when I was in America. That was also when I started dating men.
Everywhere.
Because no, I've only
Did you just say you took meth?
Pardon?
Did you just say you took meth?
Meth?
Oh.
What?
No, she said when I went to America and I started taking meth. Like,
No,
what?
I mean, more or less the same thing, though, isn't it? More or less the same thing.
Yeah. No, I did a year abroad in America, and when I was in America, I was like, nobody here knows me. Like, no, I can just do whatever the fuck I want here. Like, this is like a blank slate on like a memory card. Like, this is, whatever. Like, I can just fuck around here. So I was like, okay, like, I'm going to experiment and quit veganism for a bit and see how I feel. And then I was like, okay, then I'll start dating men for a bit and see how I feel. So it was just like, I was just like, fuck it. Like, it's like the perfect time.
That's cool, man. Like, you can reinvent yourself, innit? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Make yourself a whole new person.
So
I really like that.
It was cool. But yeah, I was like, I can't remember what the first meat product I ate was. And I'd been vegetarian since I was 14.
Do you remember the last thing?
You know what? That changes everything.
No, it doesn't.
You didn't mention that before. You need to lead with that.
Do you remember the last thing you ate before you stopped?
It'd been like 5 years since I'd had meat. So that I can't remember the first thing I ate.
Would you remember the last thing you ate before you stopped?
Yes. Yeah. It must have been like, yeah, I had some vegan tacos from the first meal I had in Portland. Was some delicious vegan tacos, and that meal made me reconsider everything because I was like, it was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember that. And I still love vegan food because it's so creative. I was eating like the salad, and it was like whatever, but basically it had like almonds in it. And I was like, that's genius. So that's such a good way to get protein. And any other recipe wouldn't have had that. It was like
yeah.
Smart. So basically vegan recipes use ingredients that you wouldn't have thought about using otherwise. So that's why so delicious. And I'm so lucky to be in Brighton as well. There's so many good spots here.
Oh yeah, Brighton's good for that shit. Yeah, man. No, because
are there any good spots where you live?
Well, I mean, I'm in Bedford, right? Bedford's all right. Like most places now cater for vegans anyway. Like, but Bedford's got like there's a really nice Thai place down the road from me, so I never need to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I remember my last meal, like meat meal, was we'd gone to Sri Lanka, and we're on this beach, and like I decided that I was going to go vegetarian when we got back from Sri Lanka, and so. We went and we'd found this like really nice like vegetarian restaurant in this beach town like one night, and then the last night we sat on the beach overlooking the sea, and I ate this like fish curry that was like so fresh. It was just the most gorgeous curry, and it was I'll always remember the taste of it and like the sight of looking out over the sea, and I was like, this is going to be the last bit of meat I ever eat, and it was so delicious and worth it, and it was such a beautiful experience that I feel okay with the fact that I've eaten this, even though I'm making the choice to transition. And then I got back, and we went and stayed at my mum's, and I was like, I'm going to go vegetarian now. So can I just have whatever? And my mum was like, well, I've already like cooked fish for you. So I had to have like one more night of having fish. And I was just like sat there. It's like, it was a lovely meal and it was like really nice to be around all the family. But I was like, I planned it so well that this beautiful fish curry would be the last thing I ate. Had to eat one more thing out of feeling bad for my mum. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of 20-ish minutes more. It's been about 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes. That's not bad. That's 20-ish, isn't it? I think that's legitimate. I'd like to give a massive thank you to Dan Live, who put together our music for this week, and also to my wonderful guest, Ben Harrington, although he disappeared, to Heather Elizabeth, and to the brilliant Griff. Please do go and check them out on social media. Guys, have you got anything to plug at the moment that you want to get shown out there?
Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Emo in Denial, please. Thank you.
Awesome.
Lots of good stuff on there.
Griff?
No, I've nothing at the minute. Just follow me on Facebook. I can't even pronounce it because it's a load of weird digits and things like that. So, but yeah, next time
what is
I'll
that?
have
What is your name, Griff?
So what it stands for? It stands for Single Black Father. It is what it is.
Oh, okay. Right. I always thought it was some like attempt at you to be like, oh, I'm a diverse African act.
I'm not African, bro. I'm West Indian.
West Indian. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I'd always wondered.
Are you on Facebook, Heather, or just Instagram?
Yeah, I am. I'm just Heather Elizabeth.
Right, okay, I'm gonna add you.
Nice, cool.
Yeah, brilliant. Well,
thank you for the opportunity. It's nice to be able to talk with other comedians again and touch base with that.
Definitely. I think it's really needed at the moment as well, isn't it?
Yeah. We're just all working away on like our little projects, and it's a very it feels like isolating.
And that's the thing with the stand-up scene. You come together once, like, you know what I mean. You see all the acts over the course of like a couple of weeks, like, you know what I mean. Like I haven't spoken to acts that I'd speak to at least 2 or 3 times a month in like over a year, and it's like it's proper shit.
It feels like you're not losing friends, but like, you know what I mean. Like it was nice to have those connections. And,
absolutely.
Yeah, especially as grown-ups as well. It's hard to meet.
Yeah, but also just to have that experience of like, oh, look how they've developed that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I remember when they did that joke this way, and now they do that joke that way, and it's like, I could do my joke that way, like, and you haven't, you know what I mean. I've got so many old sets that are just sat there, just what they are, and like usually I'm rewriting them 2 or 3 times a week anyway, because like, you know what I mean. I'm attacking one of them all the time, and it feels proper shit. That's why I've started this, to get like, basically, it makes me sit and write some comedy every week. So like, you know what I mean? I've got to spend every day watching the news and writing down any jokes I can think of and deciding what's going to be the funniest thing for us to do. So it's been good fun. Anyway, we're going to run out of time. We'll do all of this after the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. I'd like to thank the wonderful Mike Hall, who's put together all of the brilliant artwork for our show, and the fantastic Dan Live, who has done the brilliant music. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This has been 20-ish minutes more.